No cable? Need a way to watch Lomachenko vs. Lopez this weekend? Then I got you covered. Get ESPN Plus using my link below. One great night, a lightweight fight, winner takes all. Also, with your ESPN Plus subscription, you'll be able to watch UFC Fight Night, Brian Ortega versus the Korean Zombie. Two great main cards for only $5.99. By clicking my link, I receive a small kickback that I use to help grow the channel. Thank you, and I'll see you at the fights.
Wow, Demetrius Andrade is rumored to be fighting Dusty Hernandez-Harrison in a non-title fight. Wow. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, you guys seen the trailer I cut at the beginning. ESPN Plus. If you have no cable, have no worries. You could still watch the Lomachenko fight versus Teofimo legally, and you have to get the ESPN Plus app. Use my link in the description if you want to help the channel, help support the channel. You know, I receive small commissions off that to help grow the channel, and the link is in the description. Lomachenko versus Teofimo should be a great fight. We're doing the BWP Boxingego watch party, so check back on my channel. Now, sources. This is Mike Coppinger of The Athletic. Sources: Demetrius Andrade will fight Dusty Hernandez in a non-title fight November 27th on the DAZN undercard of Daniel Jacobs versus Gabe Rosado in Hollywood, Florida. Andrade is staying busy while he hopes to land a significant fight in 2021. Now, this is sad, and as you can imagine, the comments weren't too kind. Someone said Dusty. These are the comments. Wow, he just said Dusty laughing my ass off. Such a great clip. Nice tune-up fight. Very poor move. I mean, they flaming him. They blaming him and flaming him. Listen, I don't know, man. This is just sad. Okay, so I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but Demetrius Andrade is a WBO champion, and if this is true, if this report is true, which, you know, we heard rumors before Jacobs versus Gabe Rosado was even announced that Andrade could be on the card paired with this card. So if this is true, you have to ask yourself one question: why would a champion who has a belt, an active champion who just fought a week before the Super Bowl against Lucas Keeler this year, why would an active champion be involved in a non-title fight? Unless you're doing an exhibition or something. But this isn't an exhibition. This is going to be on his pro record. Why would he be involved in a non-title fight? So what I could imagine would be if your opponent, see, I don't know all the rules with the sanctioning body. We already got too many belts in boxing. And as you guys see with the WBC, they kind of make up some of the rules as they go. So I don't know all the rules, but I do believe that with the sanctioning bodies, you have to be ranked within probably the top 15 to fight, you know, to have it as a sanctioned fight. Because if that was the case, someone could just get a belt and then hold it hostage and start fighting, you know, Jack Dudenikov from Germany and never ever have to face top challengers. So if I'm not mistaken, you have to pull from the talent of a certain ranking within that sanctioning body, because again, people could just cherry pick and just keep the belt hostage and then you know, keep it pushing, which wouldn't be fair for like people who are working their way through the ranking. So if it's a non-title fight and I have it pulled up, I'm assuming it's because Dusty Hernandez-Harrison is nowhere in the WBO rankings. You have guys like oh, this is light heavy. Hold on. Let me get to the proper division. That's light heavy. Hold on. Super middle. There it is. Middleweight. You have guys like Jaime Munguia, who's fighting Toriano Johnson. You have Liam Williams, who just got a knockout. I don't know why he's not able to fight. You know, the fight looked pretty easy. You have Kanat Islam, undefeated, 27-0 from Kazakhstan. You have another undefeated fighter from Kazakhstan. So Andrade, Eddie Hearn is not giving him any of the top 5 guys. So the top guys are 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of the top 5, only one of them has 2 defeats, and he's bounced back pretty nicely since his earlier defeats, and he's kind of looked better, Liam Williams, since he moved up. You know, he knocked out a guy that Andrade fought and went the distance with, who's 6'5", Alantez Fox. So 4 of the 5 are undefeated. Munguia is undefeated, Kanat Islam 27-0, this Aleem dude, and Volny. And you got him fighting an undefeated fighter who fought my dude Mike Dallas Jr. a couple years ago at welterweight. So I guess in the last couple years, he used to be with Rock Nation. I guess Dusty Harrison has now moved up. I haven't really checked out a lot of his recent career. You know, you have this dude, the Falco, and all these guys. There's Camille Sesmeta. Look, no Harrison. So he's not in the top 15. Eddie Hearn, man, he got Andrade looking crazy out here, you know. And keep in mind, and I want to stress this. This is just a bad look because fights like this, you have a former welterweight and he's fighting a middleweight. And again, I guess he may have moved up over the last couple years. I haven't really seen too much from Dusty in a while, but this is a former welterweight fighting a skillful top WBO champion. He look, WBO 160 champion, right? And the champion is in such a fight that it can't even be sanctioned. You see what I'm saying? Bro, he's fighting in a fight that cannot be sanctioned because the guy is not ranked that he's fighting. That's crazy that, you know, what's the point of being a champion? And then people are going to make, oh, it's just a tune-up. Bro, why do you need a tune-up if you're a champion and you're not coming off of an injury? That don't make sense. Now, I've always pushed on my channel to see Andrade get the best, you know, the Canelos and the Triple Gs of the world. But I have mixed feelings because his own promotional people aren't looking after him. So it's like, how can I feel sorry for him when he's over there on DAZN? You got Billy Joe Saunders and all these other dudes that would be great fights for Andrade, and they're not feeding none of those guys to Andrade to see what he could do. In fact, I just seen a post. See if I can pull it up. So I just seen a post about Billy Joe Saunders. Again, right here. Billy Joe Saunders' next fight is now likely for December 5th and will be against a British opponent announced very soon. Eddie Hearn is reaffirmed. Martin Murray, Rocky Fielding, previously mentioned, also trying to make John Ryder versus David Lemieux. Okay, so Billy Joe Saunders was supposed to fight Demetrius Andrade. That would be a great addition to Gabe Rosado, Danny Jacobs card. But for some reason, Billy Joe Saunders is able to pull out of a fight because he fails a drug test, never rematch Demetrius Andrade, and even though they're both fighting, you know, in back-to-back months, they're going to have Billy Joe Saunders fight somebody random, a British person, instead of him fighting Andrade. So it's to the point where it's hard to feel bad for Demetrius Andrade because his own people are doing this to him, and this is who he linked up with. Eddie Hearn, you know, they could have easily made a Billy Joe Saunders fight. Easily. You know, it should have definitely been rescheduled. Even when Billy Joe Saunders, he had a suspension after failing the drug test, the WBO gave him a chance at the belt again. And what did Billy Joe Saunders do? He moved up to 168 and never rematched. So he talks about fighting Demetrius Andrade and calls him a bum and names like that. But Andrade has called him out. In fact, this video is a call out. See?
Call me on my name. Nah, but we already know what I do.
See? So Andre's calling him out, and Eddie Hearn won't make the fight.
Yo, man, you a clown.
Look.
Yo, Billy Joe, man, you a clown.
So Billy Joe's calling him out. I mean, he's calling out Billy Joe, and Eddie Hearn instead is trying to put him in there with a former welterweight in a non-title fight. This is just sad. Now, also, I have to add this. I do not want to see any more DAZN reporters or fans clamoring for Andrade versus Charlo. Charlo was just on a pay-per-view against a guy that most believe beat Gennady Golovkin. That was the performance Jermall Charlo was coming off of. Or excuse me, Sergey Derevyanchenko was coming off of entering the Andrade fight. So you have DAZN reporters who are saying that Charlo and Andrade need to fight. Charlo and Andrade need to fight. But this is the type of rumored fights that DAZN is putting together. So I don't really care about Charlo and Andrade, which is an inherently harder fight to make because of promotional ties and sides of the streets and obvious reasons. And they're trying to put Andrade in a fight where he can't even defend his title because it's a guy who's not even ranked. So as far as that Charlo argument, that's dead. The Charlos, they doing their thing with the brand, with their branding, the Lions Only, ringside with the Lions, Lions Only Elite, their last performances, Rosario, and also Derevyanchenko, they were on pay-per-view. You know, the sky's the limit for them. Why would I blame a person who's being branded in a correct way or branding themselves in a correct way? And then Andrade is not being given none of these great opportunities to show how skillful he is. He's having to fight Jacobs' leftovers like Selesky. He's having to fight Billy Joe Saunders' leftovers like Artur Akov. And Eddie Hearn's just content with this. And then have the audacity to call out Jermall Charlo on the network. DAZN has the audacity to call out Jermall Charlo for Andrade, but Andrade's not even fighting top guys in his name. Like I said, Dusty Harrison, I know for a fact he fought my dude Mike Dallas Jr. Shout out to Mike Dallas. He fought my dude Mike Dallas Jr. That was at welterweight. So this is a guy who was at welterweight because I remember this fight. I almost went to it because all my people went. So Mike Dallas, a welterweight who fought you guys recently. Look, Dusty Harrison. So he was fighting in 2016. When he was with Rock Nation. He was fighting at welterweight. And then he disappeared for a while because I didn't hear anything. He fought the Cornflake Lamana dude in 2016. And then 17, 18, he was gone for like 2-3 years. His Rock Nation deal, like I think he got out of his contract. And then now he came back, you know, off a long layoff. And now he can't compete at welterweight or whatever. It's probably harder to make the weight. So he moved up to these real catch weight fight. But he's fighting some guy 22, 35 and 2, 10, 5 and 0, 21, 11, 38 and 14. Look, and then now boom. Now it's Andrade. So he's just been like, I'm not even gonna slight him. He took a long time off, but the bottom line is he came back to a weight. He like probably ate himself out of his division in his in this absence, this big gap you see from 2016, September 2016 to 19, you know, being out of the ring so long. And then he probably couldn't make welterweight anymore. So he's been probably fighting for a paycheck and stay busy fights and stuff. And now he's getting an undefeated Demetrius Andrade, but it's not even for a title. Man, these are horrible moves. I told you Eddie Hearn with this UK matchmaking, egg and cheese, Sam Eggington and Cheeseman. This will not work in America, point blank, period. I feel bad for Andrade, but at the same time, this is who he aligned himself with, you know, period. He aligned himself, but I don't want to hear about the Charlo fight and stuff like that. They won't even give Andrade, the network platform, DAZN, will not give Andrade nobody we want to see. He could easily fight Triple G. Where's Triple G at? Trying to fight Camille Sesmeta. So where's Canelo? You know, even before Canelo's lawsuit, they never made the fight. They never made a push. So he's the boogeyman. but he's also partly the boogeyman because fighters don't want to fight him. But the other issue is his own platform, his own network is not pushing for him to be an American star or to get the top fights. You know, they keep putting him in with Lucas Keeler and fights where he's ultimately not going to get the true respect from boxing fans. So it just makes it look worse if you're calling out Canelo, but then they're giving you fights like this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's Andrade. I do think Andrade will fight all the top dudes, but you know, you got to get about your business or do like Nipsey Hussle and say, hey, I got to get out my contract. I got to get out this record deal, you know, so we could go our separate ways. Something got to give, but Andrade's too talented, and this has been the case since his last promoter in the HBO days. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. That's the latest we working. Get ESPN Plus if you want to watch the fight this weekend, Lomachenko versus Lopez. That's a great option. They will be airing the whole card. Lomachenko, Lopez, and also Brian Ortega in the Korean Zombie fight. So you definitely get your money worth. Use my link. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.
Sound was the weapon, all right?
What could it have been?
I don't know, but let's get out of here.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, hi, I'm Mike Tyson, come and watch my fight. Floyd Mayweather, easy work, I'm rich. and Manny Pacquiao. Yes, it's up to my promoter. Just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All 3 apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego, signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.